A routine congressional hearing instantly turned explosive when Jim Jordan confronted a Virginia county attorney over the release of an illegal immigrant later accused of murder. What started as a policy debate quickly became a tense back and forth over prosecution decisions, immigration policy, and accountability, with Jordan repeatedly demanding one answer. Why was he released? The exchange spiraled into one of the most heated clashes of the hearing.
Charges in most previous cases. Completely failed Stephanie. Illegal alien with lengthy arrest record allegedly butchers woman at Virginia bus stop. And then there's a whole stack of others which I won't read, but we'll just submit for the record if that's okay, Mr.
Without objection. Chairman Jordan.
Thank you. Sheriff, why'd you let Marvin Morales Ortiz out of jail?
Because I received a court order, a judicial order from a judge ordering his release.
Because the guy beside you wouldn't prosecute him, right?
You'd have to talk to him.
So this guy, the guy beside you wouldn't prosecute the guy who's an illegal migrant, who'd been charged with 6 different crimes, who was arrested for murder in 2020, who in 2023 assaulted a police officer, and who in September of 2025 was charged with aggravated malicious wounding and brandishing a gun. And that guy's released, you can't hold him because he's not going to be prosecuted. Is that right?
I'm not sure about,
That's why you told us. You sent us a letter on March 11, 2016, addressed to myself and Chairman McClintock, and you said on December 16, 2025, the Commonwealth's attorney moved to not prosecute the charges of aggravated malicious wounding and brandishing a firearm by Mr. Morales Ortiz. So you had to let him out, didn't you?
Through a court order by a judge, yes, I did.
You had to let him out.
I was ordered to release him by a judge.
I see you got some of your deputies behind. How's morale in your department, Sheriff? Is it good?
I didn't know I was here to talk about morale, sir, but based on
You're here to answer the questions we ask you. That's what you're here for. Yeah.
Of course I am,
Okay.
but I'm also here to talk about what I was invited here to talk about.
Well, I'll refer you to a statement you made in August. Fairfax County Sheriff Stacey Kincaid, Democrat, also told 7 News reporter Nick Minnick, it's shameful the way things have not been prosecuted. You stand by that statement?
If that's what was written, I do.
No, I'm not asking if that's what's written. I'm saying, did you say that, and do you stand by that, and is that having an impact on morale? Because most of the police departments I know and sheriffs and deputies that I know, when they get the bad guys off the street, they like to see them prosecuted so they don't come back on the street, harm the community you're supposed to protect, and make their job tougher because they got to go get them again when they commit some other crime. That's why I asked the morale question in light of your statement just a few months ago where you said it's shameful that the guy beside you is not prosecuting people.
I did.
You said that?
I did.
Okay, good. Mr. Descano, why'd you change your website?
So first of all, let me address what you had said
No,
earlier.
you answered the questions we asked. You answered the questions we asked. I asked a simple question. Why did you change your website last month?
Well, sir, your statements about don't want to prosecute guys is absolutely false. And my policies so far in this hearing...
Are you saying what the sheriff wrote me is wrong?
No, what I'm saying is that the way that my policies have been
December 16th,
presented in this are outrageous.
She said the Commonwealth's attorney, that's you, chose not to prosecute Mr. Morales Ortiz on December 16th, and they had to release him. They had to do their job because you wouldn't prosecute. What happened on December 17th, Mr. Descano?
Well, sir, let's talk about December 16th.
No, that's the question. What happened on December 17th? This same guy murdered somebody. This guy murdered somebody, and I'm asking you, why did you change your website?
Well, do you not want me to talk to you about the actual case?
I want you to answer the first question I said.
Which was about the case.
Why did you change your website?
Well, sir, because the website is not my policy. My policy, you are referring to a campaign website.
I think the voters might be interested in that. This is your campaign website where you said, our office will take immigration consequences into account when making charging and plea decisions. Immigration consequences were certainly part of the game here, part of the issue here with Mr. Morales Ortiz.
No, they weren't.
You decided
they absolutely were not. You are assuming something that is in fact untrue, because you are misrepresenting my policies. My policies do not say that we do not prosecute people.
Well, if you're proud of your policies, why'd you change your website?
Because that's not my policy. As I told you, sir, that was a campaign statement that I made before I was Commonwealth.
It had been up for 6 years. A week after we send you a letter saying we want you to come testify, shazam, you change it.
Because I could not.
Is that coincidental?
Because I could not believe that people were so obtuse that they could not realize what the difference between a campaign statement and an actual office policy is.
So when you make campaign statements, those aren't true? You're not being honest with your voters?
That's not what I'm saying at all, sir.
Sure sounded like it. Sure sounded like it.
It's absolutely not. What I'm saying is that when you
still haven't told me why you took it down.
Because I was hoping to come here to talk about my office policies, not be distracted by a campaign statement that was made a year before I was actually Commonwealth's attorney General. And had any cases that were mine.
This is almost laughable. This is your policy. You said it right here. You told the voters, if you elect me, I will take into account immigration consequences when making charging and plea decisions.
This is my policy, not what you have in your hand.
Oh, okay, so what you said to the voters is not real, doesn't count.
No, sir, what I'm saying is that as an office holder,
I just
my
find it
office
interesting.
is run by my policy.
Your sheriff said you wouldn't prosecute. This guy gets released, kills someone the next day. We start asking about it. You change your website and take down the statements that say you're going to take into account immigration consequences when you decide what you are going to charge.
And it has been public the entire time I've been in office, sir.
Gentleman's time has expired.
This hearing became explosive because it touched on one of the most politically charged issues in America right now: crime, immigration, and accountability inside the justice system. Representative Jim Jordan came into this hearing clearly prepared to make one central argument: that progressive prosecution policies and reluctance to aggressively prosecute illegal immigrants are putting communities at risk. And he focused almost entirely on one specific case involving Marvin Morales-Ortiz. Jordan laid out a detailed timeline that was designed to build outrage. According to his questioning, Morales-Ortiz had a lengthy criminal history, including prior arrests, allegations of violent behavior, assaulting a police officer, and eventually aggravated malicious wounding and firearm charges. Jordan's argument was simple but politically powerful. This individual should never have been back on the street. The sheriff sitting beside the county attorney became a critical part of Jordan's case because the sheriff repeatedly confirmed that the suspect had been released due to a judicial order after prosecutors chose not to move forward on certain charges. That created one of the strongest moments of the hearing. Jordan kept returning to the same point over and over. You had to let him out because they wouldn't prosecute him. That repetition was intentional. He wanted viewers to connect the release directly to decisions made by the prosecutor's office. And then Jordan shifted the hearing from policy into something much more personal and confrontational. He brought up morale inside the sheriff's department. At first, that seemed unrelated. But Jordan connected it to frustration among law enforcement officers who arrest suspects only to see them released back into the community. He even quoted the sheriff's own previous comments criticizing failures to prosecute cases. That put the sheriff in a difficult position because Jordan effectively got him to publicly reaffirm criticism of the prosecutor sitting right next to him. But the hearing became even more heated once Jordan turned his attention to the county attorney's website. This was the real political trap Jordan wanted to set.